What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so you guys may recall, I think it was last fall, there was that lawsuit levied against FS1 and many of his personalities at the time by a former hairdresser. The main target was Skip Bayless, though many people in the mainstream media ignored that and focused on a secondary target in that lawsuit, Joy Taylor. Now, subsequently, since that lawsuit, I believe all of the parties involved, including Skip Bayless, Joy Taylor, Emmanuel Ultra, and Charlie Dixon, the executive, they're all gone now from FS1. But Joy Taylor, I think, got it the worst. Some of it was definitely justified when you look at the situation where she basically, if it's true, she reportedly told the hairdresser that if Charlie Dixon tried to fire her because of their past intimate relationship, she would accuse him. Basically, she would Me Too him, and in a premeditated situation where she would just accuse him of doing something that he didn't really do because it seemed like the relationship between them was amicable and that everything was consensual. But that is what really pissed me off about Joy Taylor. But anyway, one of the main persons that targeted Joy Taylor was Jason Whitlock. And it was Jason Whitlock that put the tag on her peanut butter skin and big cans and all of that, right? So Joy Taylor says that she never really paid much attention to what Jason Whitlock has said until now. So she recently appeared on Cam Newton's podcast, and this is what she had to say about Jason Whitlock.
Every time someone brings up Jason Whitlock, I can't believe he's still with us. I don't think anything works harder than his cholesterol, if I'm being honest.
When he said that rack.
Okay, so before you go on, I've never watched this, okay? I am only aware of this from adjacent conversation. I did not watch a single second of this. I couldn't give a fuck less, and I have not consumed any of it.
Well, I'm going to give you the...
He said something about peanut butter, right?
Yeah, that peanut
what a
butter...
shock. Food.
Yeah. Peanut butter skin.
Okay.
And when I was working with her...
Yeah.
We would always see her rack, and I wanted to stay away from her because I knew what I would have done.
Well, I mean, he's so desirable.
Yeah. But we love Jason.
No, we do. I do not. No, we don't. Who loves Jason? Does God love Jason?
Yeah, I do.
I do not. I do not love Jason. This is you say what you need to say. I do not. I don't love everybody.
He gives me reason. It's like, okay, bro. I can't wait to see him. I want to see him.
You will never see him.
Why is that?
You will never. Where are you going to see him? A hole? He is not going outside.
Because like
where is he going to go?
When I see, it's like, bro, I never see my man. I just be wanting to.
You will never see him.
Where you at, bro? Like
he's hiding, which is where he should stay. I don't ever talk about him because I don't think about him because I don't care. But so. Yeah, but you're never going to see him.
I can't wait.
I don't think he goes to the grocery store. You're not going to see him. You can wait forever. You're not going to see him.
Oh, man. So, look, man. If Jason Whitlock, I know some people can be like, oh man, she's objectifying Jason Whitlock. She's, making harsh statements about people who are overweight, and that's anti-fat statements. if Jason Whitlock was like I'll put like a regular guy that doesn't do the Jason Whitlock shit that he does, in particular with black women. Let's be honest. I tend to believe that Whitlock hates black women. I mean, just based upon um, his his past comments in regards to black women. I have yet to hear him say something positive about black women. And when he talks about his family, I've never heard him talk about his mother. So I suspect he had a horrible relationship with his mother, and that scarred him. I believe he's had horrible relationships with women growing up, and I think that's mentally scarred him. And as a result, he tends to have negative things to say about black women in general. But that's just my theory. I could be wrong. But like I said, man, Jason Whitlock was like a regular guy, a regular normal dude who didn't have this obvious agenda against this anti-black agenda, and especially virulently anti-black woman agenda. And she made these comments, then I would be very, very apt to accuse her of that. But considering that Jason Whitlock tends to objectify her, um, to the point where like he compares her to food, and uh, and sexual body parts. Yeah, I don't have a problem with what she said. I don't. I don't. And it is what it is. At the end of the day, there's a lot to be said about what she was saying. How, like, Jason Whitlock, you're never going to see him out and about. I've heard some things about him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if I want to say it on YouTube, but let's just say he says that he knows that there's a price to be paid with some of the stuff that he says out of his mouth. That's the reason why he reportedly left California to move to Tennessee, and he lives in Memphis, from what I understand. Unless he recently moved again. He lives in Memphis, and he don't live in the part of Memphis where quote unquote black people live at. He lives near the hillbillies, and you know he's more or less protected by them. Okay, at this point, I suspect that he's a compensated. I believe at this point, Jason Whitlock is a compensated tool for WS. Okay. And I think a lot of his supporters don't pick up on some of the things that he says, um, because it's just so obvious at this point. It's no longer about, oh, I'm a free thinker. I get so tired of hearing people say that. No, you're not. Because if you're a free thinker, then why does all of your thoughts, why does all of your talking points, why does all of your opinions fall exactly in line with the same people who used to run around 100 years ago with the pointy hats on? It's insane. There's nobody that's going to think and have the same exact opinions about everything that correlates in response to those people. It's premeditated. Plus, quite personally, I've caught Jason Whitlock in contradiction after contradiction after contradiction all the time. So, at the end of the day, I don't have a problem with Joy Taylor going in on this dude. You know, I don't. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. You wanna, say, oh, by the way, this is what I almost forgot to mention. When he said something to the effect of, I knew I had to stay my distance because I know something's effective. I knew I had to stay away because I know how I could be, or I know what I would have done, or something like that. Then, in essence, you're kind of saying to you, I don't know if people pick up on that, but you're kind of saying you would have forcibly done something to her. Like you wouldn't be able to control your nigga urges or something. I mean, that's what he kind of was saying. I mean, he may not have meant to say it like that, but that's how it could be interpreted. It was real creepy when he said that shit. But nah, I'm not going to take up with Jason Whitlock in any way, shape, or form. You know, y'all can call me a simp. I don't give a damn. Those terminologies, these modern day terminologies, really don't apply to me because they're stupid. They're stupid. I mean, it's to a point now where you got a growing, you know what I'm saying, a growing group of men. I guess they call them incels. And then you have a growing group of women. I think they call them femcels, who basically go in on other people who are happy and content and in relationships. Social media, if it had its way, would make a rainy day a sunny day and a sunny day a rainy day. Social media is becoming completely dominated by the depressed and the demented. And they want to weaponize social media to the point where they want to lash out at those who are well adjusted, those who are happy in life. You know what I'm saying? So look, if the rest of us are simps and pygmies, if we're happy, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm not gonna sit there and try to make it cool to be fucking miserable and angry all fucking day. Yeah, there's certain things going on with brothers and sisters in this country need to be fucking addressed. Yeah, I agree 100% with a lot of shit that a lot of brothers are saying about sisters on podcast. I agree with 98% of this shit. But at the same time, I still believe that some of the problems is self-inflicted. Stop chasing after the ones who are most likely to have the traits that you hate. Because most niggas, most dudes, excuse me, love a 304. Most chicks love an ignorant Tukey and Pookie type dude. You know you do. And you know you love Shaquita. You know Shaquita ain't shit. But you can't get over the sex. You can't get over the little shit she do in the bedroom that, you know, the good girl that you don't want to spend time to try to mold her into knowing what, you know, it is that you like to do. You don't want to spend time doing that shit. You want what's here and now. You want the ready-made version of every fucking thing. And that's just all there is to it to me, man. A lot of it's that problem. But, you know, it's a lot of other shit going on too. Now I'm trying to make this video about other stuff, but, you know, at the end of the day, fuck Jason Whitlock. Joy Taylor, I don't know whether she's going to be part of this. Is she like now part of Cam Newton's show, or is this a one-time thing? Because, you know, y'all already know how I feel about what I think she should be doing. But she ain't going to do that, though. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it. Tell what you guys think.